Hi everyone, Dell here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back. I'm excited to get into today's readings. It feels like there's been a slight subtle energy shift, but it's providing a lot of clarity and uplifting, as well as the increase or influx of some more resources available to you. This could look or take the form of money, energy. I'm hearing like social capacity, being able to talk to others more and going out. Maybe that's something you haven't been doing. But as I was doing the meditation before beginning the reading, it just felt like, oh, someone's not as tired as they used to be. Someone's energy is returning to them and someone is gaining forward momentum in something, but there's a clarity element to it. So there's this ability to ascend out of a depression. It could actually be you were experiencing depression. That's come up on the channel before. I'm also getting it's like depression, like it's like a feeling like not being able to make gains towards something or to advance or excel or ascend in something. So it's like that depression has lifted, so now it can go from depression to expression to ascension, if that makes sense. So I know we kind of just dove right in, but the messages are coming through loud and clear. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Dell. I'm a psychic intuitive medium here on YouTube on the channel. I also have launched my website. I haven't mentioned that. It's in the description box as a link if you want to check it out. I am currently offering personal readings, and that's the only way that you can book or purchase a private reading with me is in the website, DelleGoddessIntuitive.com. So it's there, and it's also in the channel about section if you go to the main page of the channel. So there's that. Please do like, share, and subscribe, as it helps the channel to grow and it supports the growth, and you get to be involved in the community as it's growing, and it's really wonderful. So I'm so appreciative of everyone who has subscribed and liked the videos and commented. It's really wonderful, and it's just very uplifting and supporting. So thank you so much. So without further ado, I'm going to go back into the channel portion of the reading because I think there's more channeling that wants to occur, and then we'll get into some tarot. I'm going to be using the Divine Tarot deck today. Well, as always, all the decks that I'm using are in the description box if you want to check that out, as well as any songs that come through as messages from Spirit. I just throw them on the Spotify playlist. It's really good if you are just a music lover and you want to throw on a playlist. It's grown to be quite eclectic and awesome. So definitely check it out. Something is growing, I hear, so that makes sense, especially if there's this influx of energy coming in. It's supporting the growth of something. I'm getting the image of like when a seed has germinated and it has begun to like crack open so the sprout can come up, so something is sprouted. I am seeing the green part, and it's like I'm actually seeing it, they're showing it like breaking through the surface, so it's been like growing, and now it's actually penetrating the surface. So you can actually see the fruits of your labor, of all the hard work or your intentions, the manifestations are starting to pay off. So really what I'm getting, I'm not using this deck today, but I'm seeing the Seven of Pentacles, I believe, in the Light Seers Tarot, where he's kind of just like pouring his intention into the soil, into those pentacles, and growing it. So that's how it's coming through. What you have breathed life into, what you have spoken life into and encouraged to grow is growing. So, this is interesting. This is coming through as a music reference. So if you are familiar with playing guitar, you can put a capo on the neck. I actually have my guitars right over here. So you can actually put a capo on the neck of the guitar, and it's like a big pincher kind of thing. And it will change the key of the guitar without like having to restring everything. So you can just put the capo on and adjust it. I see that you are retuning something. So it's kind of like, I'm not sure how this is going to come through for you. It's probably going to be different for everybody, and I'm not getting an area of life. So it's really going to be for you to decode, use your discernment, see if this resonates. But it's like something that you are working on or you've been stuck with. I'm hearing stuck. You've been stuck with, or you've been stuck on, and it's not gaining forward momentum, just changing the tune of it. So this could be your perspective. I'm not really getting what more this is about. But it's like if you change your perspective or you change something about the tuning of what you're working on, it will totally alleviate and dispel any darkness from it and uplift it so it's brighter. So that's coming through. And if you play the guitar, it could even be you're writing a song. It's just shifting the capo up like a half step will help tremendously with the song you're working on. And with that, I'm seeing a man just whipped his bike around the corner real fast. So with that, it's like it gains the momentum and it changes the direction of whatever this thing is that you are involved in. It's like I'm hearing like course corrected, and it's ready to go and take off from there. So I know that's not going to resonate with everyone or make sense to everybody, but that's the message, how it was coming through. I heard that's the deliverable. So I think you're seeing like a reflection of something, or something is going to be reflected back to you that shows you how you have shown up in something. I'm hearing it was you all along. How this again is coming through, I'm not really sure, but you'll know if it's for you, if it's resonating. But it could be that in a divine counterpart or a relationship, a partnership, it's like there's no doubt in your mind that you're the one in this like you're the one this person chooses. So it could be that someone lets it be known that, yeah, I'm coming straight at you. Like I want to be with you. I choose to be with you. And they're solidifying that agreement with you, that partnership. That's not going to be for everyone, but that's coming through. But I'm hearing loud and clear, like that you have stayed true and you've stuck to your resonance, what you resonate with, and what feels true for you and what belongs for you, like where you are belonging. It's like you have really, really solidified that within yourself, and you have responded to your calling. It's calling in like aligned partnerships with people. I'm hearing magical partnerships with people. So it could be, I'm definitely getting like a counterpart, like a romantic type of relationship for some. I'm getting work people. It could also be that your relationships are magically beginning to heal, where there's been tension or dissonance. It's like just a couple moments of very uncomfortable vulnerability brings about so much clarity and healing. Some of you, it's like you imagined, like, there's no way I'm ever going to have a relationship with this person. No. And again, it's not just romantic, how it's coming through. It could be platonic. It could be like a family member. It could be a friend. It's like there's just an opportunity that you are being divinely guided towards, that it opens up like the floodgates for love to come in, to penetrate that hard surface, that shell. And it's like all this love comes out in return, and you're able to move forward with that person, or have this sense of belonging with each other, where it's like, I don't need to be your enemy anymore because I'm your friend and I've always been your friend. And it's because you're showing up as a friend to yourself. You're no longer your own worst enemy. I am hearing that song, My Own Worst Enemy. So I'll add that to the Spotify playlist. I don't remember who sings. It's that like 2000 era song, but yeah. I feel like it's just all this has come as a result of you taking responsibility for your own actions, really. That's how I'm seeing it, responsibility for your own actions. There is accountability, but there's more, like you can be accountable for something, but there's no action really with that. It's being accountable. Okay, what's mine? What's yours? What am I responsible for? And then with the responsibility comes this guided action. So far I've seen like 5 bikes outside, so something about bike riding could definitely be coming up for you. I feel like it's more like the energy's gaining momentum. We're able to move at a faster pace than walking would allow. Okay, let's get into the tarot messages now. They're having me mention the Empress on the bottom of the deck, which is this openness and willingness to receive, to belong to oneself. I did shuffle very thoroughly, so now I'm going to shuffle some more, and it did just pop out. Yeah, it's just confirmation it wants to be here. Something about Florida is coming through, a trip to Florida maybe for some of you. I'm seeing roses. I'm seeing Texas. I know that state grows a lot of roses. But they're saying like Florida is the big one. I think Florida, I've looked this up long ago. I feel like there's a correlation between Florida and roses. I don't know if it's actually like in Florida and something in the word of Florida, but something about roses is coming through. there being a gift, or it's like there's a gift of enlightenment I'm hearing, so I'm not really sure what that is. I'm seeing travel to St. Thomas as well for some. So maybe there's a vacation or I heard like a wedding resort or something like that you're traveling to. There's relief with that message. I'm not sure why, but it's just coming through as like, oh, okay. So, Seven of Wands can talk about not conflict, but making sure that you are being sound within yourself. If you have a lot of tendency to listen or pick up on the opinions of others, I'm hearing it would serve you well just to shut the door on that right now. It's I'm hearing it's not their place. Some clearing with that, and it's not your place to get involved in the opinions of others, even if it's about you. I know that sounds counterintuitive and counterproductive sometimes, but it's just like I get this feeling you have a lot of really good stuff going on. If you haven't checked out the book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, I'll put it in the description box below. I highly recommend checking this out. He talks about having, like how everyone has this upper limit problem and it prevents them from operating in their zone of genius. So it's really what it's saying in a nutshell is like, if you ever notice when you're feeling really happy or accomplished or good about yourself, and then all of a sudden these thoughts will creep in or something where you're thinking like the worst is happening or you're at odds with somebody. And there's this theory that he talks about in the book and explains that it's like we have this moment of happiness and we're not used to sustaining happiness, so we'll try to self-sabotage it. You know, it could even be just shifting your energy and it causing conflict or something. So what I'm actually getting is if you are tempted to have conflict or to go back to a dark place within yourself or a place of heartache or where there was a time where you were unhealed about something, I see you just allowing the light to shine and really coming back into that loving energy and almost train your mind to remind yourself, okay, all right, I'm feeling this certain way. Was I recently happy just moments ago? And almost always it's like, yes, I was thinking about what a nice time this would be and it triggered this. Or I was thinking about how much I enjoy myself when I'm doing this, and then it triggered this. So just being aware of that, we can actually reprogram ourselves to be able to sustain more happy feelings for longer periods of time. So it's a really cool read. I definitely highly recommend checking it out. So the Empress, having more abundance and having the space for abundance of happiness. So literally what I just said with the book summary there. So. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is you moving forward with something with a slow and steady movement, but it's building momentum. So it could be that you have been going at the slow, steady pace, but it's like you're seeing more evidence that that path, that progress is working. So there's no need to speed up, even though it feels like things are speeding up. Just maintaining that consistent behavior is going to attribute strongly to your success. And we have the Knight of Cups. This brings in more responsibility though, but you're ready for it. It's like you've been training yourself for this moment in time in your life where you are ready for more responsibility or more training with something like that. It could be in your job because you've worked up to it. It can be in your own health. So maybe you're upping your physical regimen, how you take care of your body, how you show up for yourself in that way. It deals with all areas of health as well as all areas of life I'm getting. So love is involved too, where you're able to ascend in a relationship or ascend out of a relationship and into alignment with a new relationship potentially, or possibly if you want to explore that. It can be too that you are, I heard someone just say like you're learning and understanding what it means to outgrow the idea of a counterpart, that there's only one perfect person for you. And that can be a little jarring to hear that, especially if you've been holding out for one person. But it's about not limiting them to the perspective of you are my counterpart. It's not placing them in this expectation that you need to align with what my belief of a counterpart is. I'm seeing like there's more freedom that comes with it, with the responsibility of knowing what you want, because you're able to then choose. It's like you're allowing your heart to point the way, and it makes you a lot happier, and it calls in the love that you actually want, that you deserve. So take that as it resonates. I know that's not going to resonate for everybody, but that's how it's coming in. It's quite specific there. I am getting too, like, if something seems impossible, it's likely it's not. Impossible just means like that there's a fear or limiting or stuck belief about something. So if you think something is just impossible, it's like, and it's something that you want, to really sit with that energy and go within your heart and see, like, is it actually impossible, or would it require me to rise to another level of uncomfortable vulnerability to have this aha moment, to figure out then, oh, this is how I pierce that threshold. This is how I make advances in whatever area this is. Whatever it is near and dear to your heart, and Spirit is definitely shining a light on it. So if you're having to search or think about what it could be, this message probably isn't for you, or the reading probably isn't for you, and that's okay. Or we can move on to the next message. But I am getting it. You shouldn't have to search for whatever this is. It's like Spirit shining a light on it right now. So, and to get comfortable, because there's expansion around it. So then we have the Two of Wands. This is choosing to go your own way about something, but I get that there is the possibility of forward momentum and forward movement, even though you don't see eye to eye with another person. So kind of like what's going on, they're looking in two different directions, but they're moving in the same direction. So it's like, where there was compromise, you're actually figuring out a way that works better for all involved, or better for the both of you. If this is a partnership or a marriage, I just heard marriage. So it can be about, like, all right, this is what a relationship looks like to me. This is what a relationship looks like to me. What would a relationship together actually look like? Can we create that? And I see that there is success, and there's the ability to move forward, even though you've had both very different experiences, and what or in a sense of what you bring from the past to the present of what you expect a relationship to look like, and you're actually forging a new way with each other as you move forward. If it doesn't resonate about a romantic or a love relationship, it's actually going to be about work, where, like, maybe you had a business partner in the past, didn't work out, or this is what you learned, and this person's also matching that energy. It's like, all right, well, how can we work together and find a solution, a working solution or partnership that works best for us? And then you're able to move forward and it be fruitful from that. Somebody also I'm getting is getting their toe in the door about something, or their foot in the door with something. I am getting someone else is like a little hesitant about doing that, but it pays off. So that's coming through as well. Someone has their defenses up about something too is another message that I'm getting, but understanding and knowing that the defensiveness, or suddenly you want to slow down because you're like, I don't know if this is what I want. There's a key in that. So it's showing you, or your resistance to something is showing you, like, where there's actually liberation and release available around this thing. And once you kind of just sit with it, and you can ask Spirit, please shine a light upon this and show to me what's causing this resistance or this stuck energy, it should begin to lift. It should be a very quick fix just through awareness. That's how I'm getting for whoever this message is for. When we have the Three of Coins, this is learning to work well with others. So I'm seeing, like, on a report card, Joey plays well with others. Joey gets along well with others. So yeah, I'm just seeing that I'm getting that message. I'm also getting another message of you are shining your own light. You're dancing to the beat of your own drum. Others may not get it. Others may not support that, but it's like you are out of harm's way, meaning I'm hearing you're away from the watchful and jealous eye. This isn't to incite fear on anyone. That's just how it's coming through. I'm getting that no jealousy can fall upon you, though, and that you just keep shining your light, keep beaming, keep radiating, keep being your vibrant self. I just see Spirit giving you these opportunities to move forward. So even if you're in a group, or you're with others, it's like some people are in all of you and they want to support you, and some people are just jealous. You know what I mean? But it's, again, there's this carefree feeling of, like, I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm going to show up as a team member the best that I can and just be myself. And you know what? I trust in the divine timing of everything, and I trust I'll be guided when it's time for me to move on or go my separate ways or do something else, But I don't get that any negativity can affect you. And I actually get this is actually coming from the past. So it could be that you're worrying about like jealous personalities or people around you. I'm actually getting there's this protective energy that's replacing where jealousy used to be. So it could be if you were always used to having like jealous people around you who didn't actually want you to succeed, you're now finding that you're being surrounded by supportive people and protective people. And because of what your experience was in the past, you're almost a little suspicious. Like, I don't know, can I trust you? But Spirit's saying, always feel into your discernment, your intuition. But I am getting like, there's this shift, and it's just to feel into that. So, but I am getting it's more so protective now. So that's really, really awesome, powerful. And we have judgment. So as you release the judgments of yourself and what some of you have held yourself accountable for the trials and doings of other people. So it could be that someone decided that they were unworthy. So now you decide you're unworthy. This could be a learned pattern or something that you have seen in a relationship, from parents, from role models, bosses, figures, or something like that. And you're actually deciding, and you're saying to yourself, you know what? It's more fruitful for me to release these judgments, and I don't want to carry this anymore. It's not my burden of responsibility. And I don't want to take this on or carry this over into the next cycle, this next chapter of my life. So, because we have 20, and the next card that follows the 20 is the World, which is the completion of a cycle. So it's like you're preparing and planning ahead for that next phase. So just like the sprout has formed above land, so it can absorb the sunlight and grow. It's going to continue to grow and develop into its next phase, its next cycle of the plant, and that's where you are at now. Or that's how it's coming through, at least. So overall, I feel like this is a very strong message and an indicator that what you have doing and the progress you've allowed yourself to have is simply that, because you have allowed yourself to have it. So to enjoy it, treat yourself well, making sure that you know exactly what you're responsible for, not what you are doing out of an obligation or a sense of obligation, but what are you actually responsible for, grounding that energy and moving it forward at the pace that granted you that success, knowing when to expand and in what areas, and that comes with more responsibility, but you're prepared for it, and then making the judgment call, you know what, this is going to come with me in the next chapter, this is not. It's very positive, it's very strong, and it's very powerful. So I'm going to stop the reading there. I do hope this finds you doing well. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, take care. Bye.